guess it doesn't matter. We've had our thick and thin, enough to know that I would rather not go through life without you. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends. And in the end, I'm just glad we're friends.
Hey everybody, Chico and Poppy here with Poppy getting ready to make some more yummy food. Antonio's in the other room doing some homework. Hello, Chico. Math, spelling, then he'll be up here helping me. We're gonna make some chili today. Yum yum. I have a million chili recipes from the restaurants. I've made big, huge batches of chili and small batches of chili. And this one is started out as a healthier chili. And I've added ground beef to it now instead of turkey, but you could use ground turkey in it if you like to. Very easy. We're going to start out here right away. Okay, I'm going to start out with some olive oil. And think about 2 cups, because I'm using 2 cups across the board. We're going to do 2 cups of onions, 2 cups of peppers, 2 cups of carrots. Alright, we can start with that. That should do it. We're going to cook this a little bit. I can talk to you now that we got this going. I have 2 cups here of diced fresh tomatoes. Oh. You can. I got a couple cans of kidney beans, and what I do, you want to drain all that liquid out of there. So what I do before I open it is I use an opener, put it right in the sink. Then when you do open it, everything's drained out, okay? We have a can here of tomato sauce, which is 28 ounces. I've taken it out and I put it here. It's just over 2 cups if you're thinking about 2 cups. And then I filled this up with chicken broth, the same amount. We're going to go the same amount of the sauce to the same amount of the chicken broth. And then I have, what do I have? I have ground beef. And I have about, a pound is fine. I have like 1.5 pounds. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put the meat in here and we're going to let it all break up. But then I also like to have some bigger pieces. So at the end I'll add some almost like little meatball pieces. Okay, so this is browning up nice. Add a little more olive oil. Okay, I'm going to add the tomatoes here. And I'm going to start adding some of this meat in here. Okay, we're going to mix this all up. Okay, so we switched this pan out to give ourselves a little extra room. I'm going to add the sauce. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what the spice amount that I have here. And then, like I said, try to go maybe half on all of them and then taste it to make sure it's not too hot for you. We have 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Sometimes that's spicy. I don't think we're going to have a problem here with the 2 tablespoons. That's going to give you your chili flavor. We have 1 tablespoon of paprika. That's not very spicy. I have 1½ tablespoons of vinegar just to give it a little kick. And I have 1 teaspoon of cumin. Okay? Remember I told you we poked the holes in this first before we open it? Now it's all drained out. So we can open this up and you won't have any of all that nasty stuff in there. Okay, all drained out. We can add our 2 cans. These are 15½ ounces. Ooh, that one doesn't want to open, Chico.
Can I do it?
No. It's just going to take me twice as long to get them out. Come on, get out of there!
Noise?
That's me trying to get it out of the can.
It's stuck in there?
I couldn't open it. How many times does it take to get the kidney beans out? Alright, let's stir this up. That chili powder is what's going to make your chili taste like chili. Now, in the restaurants, we would add cayenne and crushed red pepper to give it our big spice. And I would love to do that if the kids weren't around. But they're not. They're here, so I'm not going to do that. This looks awesome. The only thing it needs is some of this meat. Once this gets hot enough, we're going to make like little tiny, almost like meatballs. I don't want them round and, you know, uniformed. I'm just going to kind of press them together, put them in, and they'll stay thicker. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to reduce the heat, put a cover on this, and we're going to let this simmer for a little while, okay? Half an hour, hour, whatever, as long as we keep it on and it's not boiling, all right?
1 hour later.
Okay, guys, so this has been cooking now for, I don't know, what do you think, Chico, about an hour? Exactly an hour, Chico says. I'm leaving the top off it. It's a little thinner than I want it to be. So anytime it's too thin, you leave the top off and it'll thicken up. Now I have a little extra meat here that I didn't put in the beginning, because anything you put in the beginning, like I was showing you, it doesn't get into big pieces. It gets all more kind of crumbled. And I want to have some chunks in there of some meat. So I'm just going to take some pieces kind of like this, and I don't make them into uniform round like meatballs like I would with meatballs and sauce, but I like to have some pieces in here because that's, people like it, right? When they get a nice little piece of meat in there. This is going to give you some flavor too, right? Some of the fat that's in the meat gets in there, gives you some flavor. This, I told you, this was originally a recipe that was more on the healthier side, and we used to use the ground turkey. And you can use the ground turkey if you have it. I like it better with the beef. But I used to make it like that when Mommy wanted it.
I like the beef.
Yeah. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's my beef song?
I reserved a lot of meat. We're gonna have a lot of chunks.
Can you make paninis sometime?
Paninis? Yeah, we can make paninis.
For YouTube?
And fajitas. Fajita. What else you want to make? We're gonna make some desserts. I got some desserts I want to make. Yes, indeedy.
Where's the beef?
Meanwhile,
I bought some nice cheddar cheese, right, Chico? Because you like cheese on yours, on your chili. Everybody likes chili.
Where's the beef?
is it chili?
Okay, so I used up all the meat here. We're gonna let this cook for another at least a half an hour on low, and we're gonna come back and check it in a little bit and see if it's ready, okay?
1 hour later.
Okay, everybody, so now this has been cooking again for like probably another hour so that we could get those little meatball kind of pieces to cook all throughout. Make sure you don't stir it all up while it's in the cooking process, otherwise it'll break up like your meat did in the beginning. But this is done. I've left the cover off and it's thickened up. This is what the kids wanted today. It's kind of a kids' night. And they wanted some hot dogs, so see what I've done. I've made some nice hot dogs with fried onions and cheese. This is what they wanted, and they wanted their chili. So I'm going to fix them up here with some chili. Show you how colorful this is. Here like that, can you see it? How nice that looks? We have onions in there, peppers in there, carrots in there, the beans. Alright, and what we'll do here too is Chico likes his cheese. We'll top this off with some cheese. You can always put a little sour cream on top. But there you have a beautiful homemade chili. Okay? So remember what Grandma Jen used to always say, enjoy your life and your food every day. Ciao.